Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Wednesday morning. As always, a coffee kind of morning. My coffee's kind of running empty here, so I have to grab another one soon. Um, Back at it again with another video. No, it's not a contest entry. I just finished a contest entry for my good friend Edward over at Prague Hat. He's doing a celebration of 300 subs, so congratulations, Edward, on a job well done. His contest, three simple questions, but difficult to answer, in my opinion, because there's so many great songs and albums from the 80s. So this is show your favorite album of 1980, show your favorite album cover of 1980, and show your favorite song of 1980. So if you haven't already done it, go over to Edward's channel at Prague Hat and enter the contest. Good luck to everyone. Like, subscribe, leave wonderful, wonderful comments to Edward. He deserves every subscription he can get. And wonderful, wonderful channel. There's so many great channels out there. That's why I love doing contests, is that I'm supporting all these wonderful, wonderful contests out there. But this is not a contest entry. I promised myself, based on another contest that I was watching, that I would dig into my existing collection and rediscover bands that I haven't listened to in quite a while. I have them in my collection. I love all my collection, but there's a lot of stuff that I haven't listened to in quite a bit. So that's what I promised to do, is go into my discography, pick out a band that I haven't listened to, and just talk about it and re-listen and rediscover how great these bands are. And that's what I'm doing today. It's based on the band Marillion. Fantastic, fantastic progressive rock band. I don't have all their albums. I'm only showing 4. I'm missing the first stage of the band. But all these albums are on a list that's ever growing of stuff that I want to get. But I still feel I have enough to talk about and let you guys discover. There's a lot of people that already know about Marillion, but that's what I'm here to talk about today. Before I get into it, though, please hit the like and subscribe button below. Thank you to all that have liked and subscribed so far. I greatly appreciate it. Want to continue to put great content out there to be informative and to show you guys some great bands and artists that I have in my collections. Because of you guys, your likes, your subscriptions, your wonderful, wonderful comments that keep me going, keep me motivated to do this kind of thing, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. So Marillion, fantastic British band formed in 1979. Musical style is called neo-progressive. Just a fancy way to combine symphonic rock, art rock, and progressive rock all together. I kind of compare them, but not completely compare them to Porcupine Tree, big bands like that. Some early Radiohead, just different bands with that big sound. Amazing vocalist, amazing musicianship. To see them live is the way to discover these guys compared to their albums, because on a live show they're just so tight and so cool and so good, and they make each song sound so much better, and you can visualize the song when you watch these guys live. But an amazing, amazing band, still going strong today. I don't have any of their previous albums, which had the original lead singer. His name is Fish, or Derek William Dick is his real name. Great Scottish singer and former lead singer, of course, from Marillion from 1981 to 1988. He went on to have a successful solo career, reached top 5, had 5 top 10 singles and a top 10 album. I definitely need to get Misplaced Childhood, their 1985 release, #1 album from Marillion. So I don't have anything from the Fish era. Yes, I need to get that. I already know I'm going to get comments that you need to get it. I'm definitely going to get it. It's on my list of albums to get, or that era of Fish in the band. Amazing front man, just remarkable. But he was replaced with no slouch of a singer by any means. Um, their first album with their new lead singer, Steve Hogarth, called Season's End. Remarkable, remarkable album. Um, Another top 10 hit. Um, Fifth album by the band, released in 1989, number 7 in the UK charts. Beautiful singles off this one: Hooks in You, The Uninvited Guest, and Easter. The album was pretty much written before Hogarth came over, but he did write parts of the song Easter and um, what's the other track? The Space. The Space, the song The Space was part of a song that Hogarth's previous band, How We Live, had written a song. They didn't really record it, so they kind of recycled that song. The song was called Wrapped in the Flag, and they took bits and parts of that song and made it into The Space. Fantastic, fantastic song. It ends the album on this one. Steve Hogarth's vocals are just remarkable, just a remarkable singer. Sounds just as good live as he does on the albums. Lots of emotion in his voice, fits right in, and he found his own place in the band for sure. He sounds like no other. The band can sound like other bands at times. I can definitely hear the influences or the similarities in a lot of bands, but they all still have their own unique sound. This album here features Steve Hogarth on vocals, obviously. The amazing Steve Rothery on guitar. What a remarkable guitarist this guy is. Whew. Mark Kelly on keyboards. Pete Chihuahuas on bass, and Ian Mosley on drums. I love the uninvited guest, that song on this album. It just rocks. After You, so emotional. Easter is a fantastic track. It's a song about hope for peace in Ireland. So it's really true to their heart. Holloway Girl is a real life struggle about injustice of mentally ill female prisoners, and instead of putting them in prison, they should be put into a proper mental facility. But it's a real life story. The album doesn't disappoint in any means. It's a great debut in the fact that there is a new lead singer, a refreshed band, because they were struggling after Fish had left. They didn't really know what they were going to do. The band almost disbanded. They brought in Steve Hogarth, and the rest is history. So it was a great refreshing of the band. Again, Hogarth fits right in, and it's just a remarkable album. You got The King of Sunset Town, Easter, The Uninvited Guest, Season's End, Holloway Girl, Marillion, After Me, which is a bonus track on this one, Hooks in You, and The Space. Fantastic, fantastic stuff. So if you don't know Marillion, this probably would be a good place to start. They get better as time goes by, but this is a great place to start. Actually, the Fish era would probably be the better place, but I'm not as familiar with that as I am with these ones. Their next one, Holidays in Eden, is their 6th studio album, released in 1981. First album completely without Fish. So Hogarth wrote most of the songs, or was involved in writing most of the songs. You got fantastic tracks like Cover My Eyes, Pain in Heaven, No One Can, and Dry Land. It's more of a pop album than it is the progressive album from their previous stuff. And still hit number 7 in the UK. And I love when the band can reinvent themselves. I mean, a lot of bands just continue with the same formula. Sometimes that works, sometimes that doesn't. But these guys can reinvent themselves and create a pop album. Some people didn't like it. A lot of the critics didn't like it because it was out of their realm. but I love it. I love this album. It's so good. Um, the You got Splintering Heart, Cover My Eyes, Pain in Heaven, The Party, No One Can, Holidays in Eden, Dry Land, Waiting to Happen, This Town, The Rake's Progress on 100 Nights. So Splintering Hearts, Hogarth's vocals again are so powerful. Cover My Eyes, kind of a U2 feel to it. Cover My Eyes, Pain in Heaven in parentheses. Is that the right way to say it? In brackets. You've got that jangly guitar throughout, like the Edge would have on that track. Really cool. The Party slowly builds into this powerful track that takes you away, tells you a story, and you can imagine everything that happens in that party. I just love how the track builds. It's just No One Can. It's just a nice pop love song. Just really good. One of the best tracks, Holidays in Eden. Got a bit of a saga or a Yes feel to it, which I like. Dry Land, easy listening track. Love the jangly guitars again. Love the lead work by Steve Hogarth. Just a fantastic guitarist. Watch some of their live stuff. He's just remarkable. Waiting to Happen, beautiful acoustic track that builds and builds. Hogarth's vocals are amazing on this one. The Rock in This Town, one of the more heavier tracks. And the rest of the album is just really good. It's so melodic and well performed and well played. Really good stuff. Again, more pop oriented than their previous stuff, but not to disappoint. Not to disappoint on that one. Afraid of the Sunlight, the 8th album by the band, 1995 release. Their first album that didn't hit top 10, it only reached number 16. Despite it though, and this is where you don't really rely on charts, it became one of the most critically acclaimed albums by the critics, by the fans, and it kind of was at the peak of their career. Again, just goes to show you that charts really don't mean much. It's just a placing of an album, but it's how the fans feel about it, how the critics feel about it, how good the band feels about the album. It's basically almost a concept album about the destructive side of celebrity. A lot of bands write about that. A lot of bands write about that for sure. And the song, I'm gonna butcher this one, Gazpacho. It makes fun of Hollywood. The song kept so G-A-Z or Z P-A-C-H-O, Gazpacho. It makes fun of Hollywood lifestyle and has a reference to O.J. Simpson in it. Cannibal Surf Babe, it's kind of a Beach Boys soundtrack mixed in it, which is cool. Inspired by the late night horror movies. Out of This World is dedicated to Donald Campbell. He was a world land and water record holder. He was killed in 1967. And the song was inspired by diver Bill Smith, who went to look for the wreckage. The wreckage was found in 2001. And Steve Hogarth and Steve Rothery, the lead singer and the guitarist, were actually both there when they rose the wreckage. So they wrote a song about that, which is pretty cool. The title track, Afraid of Sunlight, refers to self-destruction. Thrill seekers like James Dean and those type of guys. James Dean was an actor way back in the 60s, but he was a thrill seeker, didn't last too long. King, it's about Elvis, Kurt Cobain, Michael Jackson, all those artists that were kings. Beyond You sounds like Phil Spector's Wall of Sound. It's actually mixed in mono and recorded in mono. I love the album. This is an album that kind of takes you away, and I love albums that can take you away. It's a start to finish album, but really, really cool track. I got it for $5.99. It was just really good. But wonderful, wonderful album. And the last album I have is a later release. This is 2007's Somewhere Else. This is 14th studio album released in 2007, as I said. A couple of great singles off this one. See It Like a Baby and Thank You, Whoever You Are. I love that track as well. Lots to like about this album. Again, some of the critics didn't like it. Some of the fans didn't like it. A lot of fans don't like change. To me, I love when a band changes. So Last Century for Man, great catchy track. The other half is a great track as well. Love the opening riffs. Haunting track as well. See It Like a Baby, another great track. Love the bass in that one. Hogarth's vocals are so smooth. He kind of tones it down a bit. Thank You, Whoever You Are, beautiful track again. Most Toys, rockin' track on that one. Love the slow piano-driven Somewhere Else, the title track. Nice echoes in the vocals throughout as well. And the guitar wails in the background. It's just beautiful, beautiful stuff. A powerful A Voice from the Past. Stephen's vocals again are just remarkable, amazing. No Such Thing. Got that cool guitar open with the echo vocals again. The Wound, almost a Coldplay type of track. Love the guitar work, powerful track again. The acoustic track Faith, it's a wonderful way to close the album. It just just remarkable stuff. My only regret on this album is there's not enough lead work on it from Steve Hogarth, but he plays some beautiful guitar in this one, some beautiful acoustic tracks, but remarkable band. So if you don't know Marillion, definitely check these guys out. I'm loving rediscovering all this music that I have, and I just want to continue. Grab a couple of albums from a band that I haven't listened to in a while, let you guys know about it, introduce perhaps a band to you that you can really get into and love, like myself. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.